Australia's bushfires have raged for months. Today, fires claimed 2 more lives, pushing the death toll to 12. Thousands of people flee to beaches as fires burn in 2 of Australia's most populous states, New South Wales and Victoria, and some others going further, taking their boats out in darkness. Coastal towns like Mallacoota remain cut off, even though the fire front has passed. And for more on this, let's cross over to Roger Maynard, and he's in Sydney. Roger, the question is, where's the fire front shifting to now?
Well, many of these fires are still burning out of control, and they're fueled by strong winds which arrived earlier today. But the arrival of cooler temperatures has helped to calm things down and quell the situation to a certain extent. And that's the most welcome development given the horrific conditions that firefighters have been enduring for the past few days. The fire line itself stretches an estimated 500 kilometres from Victoria up the south coast of New South Wales. And as the centre of attention today was that town of Mallacoota in Victoria, which you mentioned earlier. And the day started really ominously there, with sirens sounding and the sky pitch black. Eventually it turned to a dark red, but all day flames were threatening the town to such an extent that many of the people there are about 4,000 or 5,000 people, tourists and people living there, they fled to the beach for safety in case the flames descended on them. But at the last minute, the flames or the wind changed direction. Unfortunately, the town was saved, and so were the people in it. But that situation has been repeated in New South Wales too, where a lot of people have had to flee to the beach because they feared being consumed by the flames, which have been racing up the south coast of New South Wales. Some people reported a wall of fire about 100 metres high. Can you imagine that? A really terrifying experience for people. And the news this afternoon is that at least 2 people have died, a father and son, who stayed behind to protect their home.
A terrifying ordeal for many there, Roger. We do know that firefighters have been working very, very hard to put these fires out, but how much longer can we expect them to continue to burn? Is there any indication of that?
It's really difficult to predict. There are 8 fires burning at emergency level in New South Wales alone, similar number in Victoria. 100 fires in all are burning in New South Wales, half of them out of control. And to be honest, firefighters are having difficulty containing such a vast area of fire. So it's an extremely serious situation, and heatwave temperatures are expected to return later on this week, making another extremely volatile situation.
Roger, you said that it's so hard to contain it, but the firefighters, they must be exhausted. So how much more can they take?
Well, you wonder that. There are about 3,000 firefighters working around the clock here in New South Wales, a similar number in Victoria. But the challenge they face is so overwhelming that the suggestion is they might have to switch their firefighting policy more to protecting homes than actually trying to contain the fires, because it is such an overwhelming, such a big challenge, almost impossible to stop such a wide conflagration, if you like.
Thank you very much for keeping us up to date. Roger Maynard speaking to us from Sydney.